Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, definitely hit that subscription button down below if you guys want to join the family. If you find some sort of entertainment or value out of today's video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it so much. With that said, again, if you guys are new here, this is a little bit different type of video I want to film for my channel. Not just because it's for my channel, but it's a way for me to vent in terms of being able to try something new and sharing that experience with you guys. So if you guys are part of this channel, I know it's gonna be a little bit of a different video, but hear me out. This isn't only about Instagram. I'm gonna be talking specifically about Instagram, but what I'm gonna share with you guys is gonna apply a little bit differently to pretty much every single platform, but with that said, in the same sense. So I'm gonna get right into it. Today, you can tell by the side of the video, I'm gonna be talking about my experience and quitting Instagram for a week. And I know before you click off the video, I know some of you are in the older generation, you might be like, waste of time, like I do that every day. Well, great. Well, I grew up in a generation where social media, and specifically Instagram, was a huge platform and has been growing ever since for the past couple years. And so I found myself kind of using it on the daily basis. So I figured, what would it be like to get off Instagram for a week? Don't touch it, but disclaimer, I did use Instagram simply to message back people because I'm growing a brand, and some people have questions about course and stuff like that. I can't just totally shut it off because that's some way that people can only contact me is through Instagram, so I have to answer those messages. But I never scrolled and never looked at a single Instagram story. I never was looking at other people's lives. So with that said, I'm gonna walk you guys through, I have my little notes here, why I did it, what it was like during, and what's the future with me and how I'm going to approach to use Instagram for my business and for personal use. So with that said, let's get right into today's video. So a lot of you might be asking, why do you need to quit Instagram? And for me, it wasn't something like I felt where I was like too much into it. Yeah, like looking back, like and still looking now, like I spend way too much time on Instagram, but it was more for the purpose of trying to see how would my business and my personal life be affected in that way. And so why I did it was for those reasons. Was I wanted to kind of disconnect myself a little bit, just have my desk here, just have that focus and really not have any distractions, because it feels like even to this day, like after the fact, like I already had done this for 7 days, I tried it, and like I still find myself where I'm continuously finding some sort of distraction with Instagram, continuously checking up on it, seeing a new post on an Instagram story or something like that, and I felt like I could possibly see a difference in my business. So that's kind of why I did it. It was more for the business side of it, but personally, because I do have 2 Instagrams, one's for my business, which if I solely stuck to that, that would probably be the best option going forward, simply because I don't know anybody on it. I just use it to grow my brand and have other people connect with me to be able to talk about like my business and if they're doing the same thing, or just collab or anything like that. But my personal Instagram, that's people that I've known since like 5, 6, 7 years and kind of thing. So like your high school friends, college friends, and that's more unrelated to business. That's just seeing what other people are doing. And so getting into the phase where I'm actually into it, first, second day, I really didn't have a problem. Honestly, the first and second day were probably my most productive days I've ever had, and kind of making it more of a general thing of what happened during those 7 days. To be honest, I reached out to more clients than I ever have in another business of mine, which is kind of B2B, and I scheduled more calls than I probably would have ever had with the distraction of Instagram at my fingertips. I bought and sold more phones than I ever have in a single week, which was incredible for my phone flipping business. And I got into this mental state where I really didn't care what other people were doing. And now to the point where I'm now using Instagram again, I still kind of dig deep into I see what other people are doing and I let that affect me, not in a good or bad way necessarily, but sometimes I compare my business success to another person's business's success and try to figure out why they are making more money than me, and that's totally fine. You should analyze businesses that are successful and emulate that with your own business, but at the same time, you get in this loophole where you figure it out, you can't figure it out, and you figure it out again, you try what they do, doesn't work, but you're on that short-term kind of thinking scale. So I mean, it wasn't really applicable for me to be able to do that, and to find myself continuously going back to those Instagram posts and seeing what other people are doing with not even just their businesses but their lives. This is me talking about my personal Instagram. It was kind of cool to realize that I really just didn't give a crap about what people were doing. I was so focused in what I had to do that day. Waking up, I didn't want to go look on in a sense. Like the first couple of days, I really had no kind of urge to go look at Instagram, see what other people are up to, because I like to know what other people are up to. It keeps me busy, to be honest, and me saying that is probably bad. It keeps me busy, right? Because that's a distraction in itself. So for me, it was pretty easy in the beginning, and I'm not gonna sit here and say it got really hard. To be honest, it was a pretty easy thing to do, to quit Instagram for a week. It didn't, if anything, it helped my business overall. And me getting to this end of the section where I'm talking about what happened during it. Overall, my experience with quitting Instagram is my productivity went up one. My business increases revenue significantly, and it kind of worked out that it was kind of in the beginning of 2019 as well. I was able to start off the year really strong and everything like that. I got all the kind of small tasks I was kind of using time on Instagram for. Now I got those done, like shipping certain items, reaching out to people that I haven't been able to reach out to simply because I was spending those 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour on Instagram, where I could have been changing that and using it more productively. I ended up setting a budget for myself, I'd really laid out my finances. It's just incredible, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat or something like that, I can't quit it all simply because I built a brand on there and stuff like that, and I can't just drop off people. I have some sort of kind of obligation to help people, especially those that are in my courses and stuff like that. So I couldn't quit all of them, but I wanted to try and test out what Instagram would be like, and kind of going forward in the last part of today's video, what is going to be my future with Instagram and my business. And for my personal use honestly has probably decreased about 50% on Instagram. I always told myself I didn't care what other people think, and I still do care what other people think. But with that said, turning that around, I could care less what other people are doing. Like, it's great to see other people's success, and I'm going to support those 2, 3, 4, 5 friends of mine that are super close, and I'm going to follow them, and I'm going to be there every step of the way. But everybody else that really hasn't provided any value for me, or I don't see me trying to provide value for them in any sort of way, I kind of shut them off. Even some people that are in the phone flipping space, that's basically my niche and stuff like that, including some of the YouTubers that I collab with, some of people I've collabed with on Instagram, some people that I collab with on Facebook. They really provide no value to me, and that's not me trying to be an a-hole or anything like that. I just want to prioritize my time, my life, my money, and so that's kind of why I say those kind of things. And going forward, making it short and sweet, I'm going to be using my business Instagram a lot more, just simply because I want to grow a brand on there, and me taking the time to film something about my day, continuously throughout the day of what I'm doing. That's what I want to use Instagram for, to have something that people can relate to. But it's not going to be me filming and then scrolling through Instagram for 20 minutes. It's going to be me filming, making sure it looks good, professional, uploading it, and then going back to my computer doing some type of work for one of my businesses. So that's kind of how I'm going to approach Instagram. If you guys have some sort of similar feeling, or you're wondering something about the experience of me quitting Instagram, let me know. And again, if you're in the older generation, I normally get comments about this, about how why was this so hard for you, or why is this even worth a video? Well, again, this is me just venting, so I'd rather you just not comment, to be honest. And if you do, you're gonna look stupid as heck. So I appreciate it. If you guys are watching this video and you made it to the end of it, and if you guys did like it, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you guys aren't part of the family yet, hit that subscription button down below. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.